Hello, and welcome to Wild Plays More Games on the Steam list. Today we got The Case of the Golden Idol, which apparently is an adventure mystery game. So you kind of go around solving the case. I know very little of it. It's the sort of game that you kind of want to come in with very little knowledge. So we know nothing at all. So we're going to try our best to try to solve the case, break it open, and try to figure out what we're doing from here. It is basically a very point and clicky. I am going to be kind of in the way of some of it, but I guess you'll have to deal with it, don't ya? But hopefully you can enjoy my journey as I go around in a new game. They can be controller, but this sort of point and click adventure game doesn't really make any sense to play it on controller, so I don't like pixel hunting, so we will do with highlights. Prologue. An abrupt termination of contract. Press anyone to continue. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. So this is the markers. This is the settings. Not much of a settings page, I guess. Just a little bit. This is the home page. I guess is the axe. Definitely a lot of axe in here. Oh. Continue. So we can press three things. You, or you. The scroll is not filled in. Blah, 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 pushed in, blah, 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 from Monkey Paw Island. There are identities to be discovered. There's material to be discovered. Okay, so mechanically, why we're not learning much about the game yet. I know what you were plotting, Snake. A dagger. January 5th, 1742. Both parties agree these terms of declaration to Monkey Island. Albert Cloudsley has the rights of 2/3 of all values for funding the expedition. Vern Geller has the rights to 1/3 of values. Any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. So the doctor... So he's a doctor. These Albert Cloudsley, okay. These are words I guess we will grab. Okay, so we get words from the salad. A pipe. Sit. Sine a pipe. Something like that. Okay. I feel like he's being chucked across a cliff. That's what I think. He has a scalpel. Okay, so this guy's the doctor. Okay, so if he has the scalpel, both parties agree. Okay, so it's the same. Medicine bottle. Clue has been added to the thinking panel. The ruins of Xenopolis, Horn of Thun, Bay of Shadows, Horn of Finger. Yeah, so some of the words get covered up by me, but that's fine, I guess. No issue. Okay. Tobacco pipe. 2 bags filled with coins and gems. Bag of medicinal instruments and some medicine. Golden statue with some red and killed coins. Okay. This guy's the doctor. The doctor is over on Geller. Hello, Golden. How you doing? I believe the doctor is this guy, so that means you're over on Geller. That makes you Albert Cloudsley. When a scroll's completed, filled in with blank, can be dragged directly across the slots. Okay. Albert Cloudsley pushed Albert Geller from a cliff in the... We don't know where we are. It is the case of the Golden Idol. I imagine we're the ruins of the Xenopolis, but I could be wrong. Camp in... There's a map. Also have tobacco, but it's not relevant. Map. So we can see these two islands. We're looking down. So we're probably at the ruins? But there's a beach below us. I mean, it would make more sense to be at the ruins because it has the Mark X. I don't see why we would be somewhere else. But how are you doing there, Golden Box, Golden Crab, Pear Idiot? I don't know what name we'll ever be deciding, but hey, that's another name convention. Bay of Shadows. Ruins of Zinpulse. Fewer fluor slots. Okay, so I guess we're not there. So we must be in the Bay of Shadows then. They never made it to the They never made it to the place? Fewer slots are incorrect. Maybe they're in the Horn of Thumb, but we see the island. Horn of Thumb. Scroll has been fulfilled. No hints accessed. While Dr. Oberengeller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner, Albert Cloudsley, Esquire, suddenly pushed him off the cliff. Okay, stay and explore. I imagine then camp was actually here then. Everything's filled correctly? You can call me idiot. It just feels kind of rude to do, but I suppose if that's what you want, I'll call you the Big I. The Big T. The I with the end of T. You're the E of T of things. Alright, well, we're explored. Turn to... Okay. Where do we... How do we go from here? Alright. Where do we go? What do we press? I didn't follow the letter. We know that happened. Chapter 1. Complications of the family. Ultimately passing of a rural gentleman. So these are kind of vignettes then. You're not really telling a story, or maybe the story is told in sort of these vignettes. And yet this slowly floating in the river. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Oh, someone's dead over here. I just realized. I'm covering him. But back here, there is somebody dead. He dead. Real dead. A clue has been added. A ruby... ring with a ruby. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. I feel like he died by a wound, but sure. We got an idol. There's something to the back of that idol, actually. A yacht is slowly floating by the river. Spontaneous combustion. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to anatomy or science. Okay, we'll get those names. I don't think a spontaneous combustion is going to be relevant here. Assuming that that's today, though we can't really confirm. We woke up, had a beautiful day. Weird that you kind of write down your entire day, hour by hour basis, but alright. Woke up, beautiful day, dressed my dining attire. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. Changed to my hunting attire. Rode to the Badgers, had no luck today and returned home. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. So your dining attire, you use it for when you're eating, okay. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. Filled in my diary and went to continue reading for my research. Okay. What is this 23rd? Blackfield, Crow Tower, Woodshire. We see the river, so we must be at Blackfield. This clue has been added. Do these share a resemblance? Yeah, so this guy's this guy, maybe? Henry Clover, lead poisoning. Also a mask. Tall rickety ladder. He died to a head wound, but there's no clue of what murdered. We know that this is the dining attire. We know that this must be the researching attire. We know that this is the hunting attire. Because he's kind of wearing it like that. He fell off the ladder. Did he look like... I mean, if he fell off the ladder, he fell into his bed, which is kind of weird, isn't it? Oh, well, I guess so. It does say it here. Well, he was eating? He was hunting? He died on his hunting attire, though. Sebastian Cloudsley. Lord of Blackfield. The cause of death was a head wound, which occurred when he fell from a ladder. Well, he was... Well, he was doing what? Well, he was spontaneous. Well, he was poisoning? No, it needs a blue. Well, he was hunting. Okay. Imagine he was researching. One of these three. Oh, we can put this name in here. Okay, okay. So, he definitely died of a head wound. The only thing he could have fallen off is a ladder. A weird place to die, though. But what was he doing? Feels like he was researching. Probably wanted to grab this book. And it seems that whoever has this idol, bad things seem to happen to them, maybe? This is 2 for 2. Whoever had the idol, bad things happen. He would have been hunting, but he would have been actually researching because he's here. He's in his office. Doesn't have his dining attire. Now, don't really know what these symbols mean over here. They're kind of odd. We do see the river, so it only makes sense that it is Blackfield, but... I do feel like he was researching. But it doesn't think it is. Okay, so it is definitely Blackfield. Was he eating? No. Was he researching? No. Was he hunting? No. What if he was what if he died due to lead poisoning? I guess that would not make any sense. He didn't die due to spontaneous combustion. Well, he was he fell from a ladder. Okay. Cause of death was a head wound. Yeah. Not hunting. Well, he was poisoning. Can't put a blue there. Fewer slots are incorrect. Oh, wait, what? It still says that there's 2 wrong with that. From a head. Okay. The cause of death was a head wound. So if I put something that's incorrect, like combustion, and remove the wound and put head lead. What? If I remove head and put lead? Okay, so this tells me there's at least 3 wrong. This tells me there's at least 2 wrong. Okay, so we can find what the right one is by just basically going through the cycles of wounds. It's not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, not ladder, not combustion, not Blackfield. None of the words I have. I'm missing something. Man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. Can I not open this? I guess not. Oh, rickety ladder. Can't click on that. I'm a suck at this kind of game. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. There is one word I'm missing because I'm 15 out of 16. Is there something that I haven't highlighted? There's Henry Clover as a name, but it's not highlightable. Highlightable. Oh, rickety ladder. Oh. Woodshire Crow Tower. No. Nothing I can click. Oh, the horse. The horse is running in the yard. Oh, did he fall? I mean, again, it makes sense that he fell off the yard. I didn't know I could click the horse because it kind of just appears and disappears. Alright, so in that case, it is more clearly what happened. He fell off his horse and died, I guess. Fell from a horse. Well, he was hunting. Head wound. Scroll has been fulfilled. While the Lord Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. What are you? There's apparently cutscenes here. Sebastian Cloudsley. Was there one for this? Complications in the family. The dramatic departure of an outsider. Oh my god. How many more people are dying? Who are you? Scorch horsebrush. Scorched knife. Scorched knife? I guess so. Spare me, devil! I was simply following orders! Astonishing Monkey Man, property of Pear Brothers. Knife. Has an A on it. What the blazes? August Jockey Cloud Derby race. When... So he was betting. He was a bettor. And it's all the same to you. I will take my leave. He's the one with the idol now. Oh, there are things in the back. Okay. He has the ruby ring. Spontaneous combustion. Oh yeah, I guess he did go into spontaneous combustion. To perform a combustion trick, you must first cast the freezing spell. Sacred glyphs of the combustion for the idol. Oh, the idol lets you cast magic. Okay, so the idols are ready. £1, 2 shillings, 2 pence. We're in British land. Interesting. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. Shadow Wizard Idol Gang, yeah. Somebody is capable of just casting spells. To be honest, how terrifying would it be if you could just actually spontaneously cast magic in a real world? A saddlebag. Yeah, nothing there. 2 shillings and a penny. A dagger. It's £35. Oh, we saw one of these animals before in a previous place. Oh, there's multiple places now. Horse grooming, J.A. We don't know what day it is. We just know that this guy has a mark named A. He had sticks and something on the ground. So that means that this guy's A. This guy doesn't have anything specifically marking to him. Prepare for the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew, EC. A dagger. Ash Blair. That's not him. That wouldn't make any sense because that's the name of a company. Embroidered Handkerchief, EC. Okay, so this guy and that guy are related. £3, 3 shilling. London Gazetteer, Monday, September 1786. So it's Monday today, because otherwise you wouldn't have a paper. Edmund Cloudesley. So this guy's Edmund Cloudesley. Dear Edmund, David Goran is an experienced coachman with you a diversity of talents I'm sure you'll find useful. If you're displeased with his services, do not hesitate. Yours, Theo. You're the coachman. David Goran. David Goran. Let's go back inside. Batley, Cloudesley, Hubert. So this is the Batley household, maybe? Is that what that basically means? It just looks a little weird as a symbol. We had Cloudesley, which apparently is a wolf or a goat with swords. Then we have Hubert. Fat Lord, AG, pair twins. Oh. Okay, so there's 2 twins. We'll quickly identify you. 6 pairs, yeah. Shamal Vat, Simansi Vatasi, a fan, an ornate guitar blade, and £4. Nicholas Maker, attorney. Okay, well, that makes you a Nicholas Baker then. These are all the names of people. Reading of the last will and testament of Sylvester Cloudesley, September 6, 1786. Albert Cloudesley, Mary Cloudesley. Didn't one of the Cloudesleys die earlier? Edmund Cloudesley, Rose Kubert, Sebastian Cloudesley, Beatrix Batley, Peter Batley, William Wright Associate. These are some names I guess I gotta mark. Rose Kubert, Cloudesley, Peter Batley, Willard Wright. All inheritors were present. Except for Beatrix, who is dead, and Sebastian, who is a testate. I guess is dead. There's a book here. Influenced by Sebastian Cloudesley. How to be happy. How to avoid being upset. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. Strive for that which holds meaning and do not shrink from responsibility. I don't exactly know what you mean by responsibility here, but okay. How to be inspired. Take a walk in the forest and breathe fresh air. How to avoid being scared. Feel scared is feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. Yeah, but if you're not scared, how can you be brave? Beard Willard Wright. Oh, there's some sort of broken letter here. I bequeath to you in gold that the idol of Xenopolis. So there's a letter that I have to break open apart here. I want you to put a sharp mind to better use than mere politics. The notes of astronomy you will grant you finish in times. Okay, maybe try to see if we can. Oh my god, this letter is kind of long. We met so rarely, blah, blah, blah. We'll see if there's a way to read it all in one piece. Da, da, da. They didn't even burn it, they just kind of broke it apart. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, Nicholas Maker. Okay, so that means that you are Nicholas Maker. And also there's a brother named Edmund. So there's some bets. Dear Peter Batley. You have sent your request because of the debt. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible. We will be forced to take matters into your account. The debt is currently, as it stands, £255. Blackbard and Buck loans. Never get into debts. Children, never get into debts. You will die when that happens. Alright, well, they are missing 2 objects. We definitely know that he's the Nicholas Maker, because he's the attorney. We know that there is a pair. That's a pair too. Pretty sure that it's the brothers, because there's no other sibling. I could be wrong, and there could be somebody else that's not there. This must be Rose, because it's the only female name. They have letters that are addressed to anything. I was a pair once. You sure were. You were golden. What happened to you? You let yourself go. Now you're a box. You are a box now. Well, definitely can tell that he died of spontaneous combustion. We don't have a name for him though. So we can make them chronologically. I want to know how to play. Okay, we're missing 2 things. Have the symbols. So this is the Cloudsley household. There's a Cloudsley symbol on it. He has the word J on it, so yeah, he is definitely the J. We don't have a J name. Also don't have an A name, which are the 2 words that we're missing. We made so relay for left colonies for Museum of Living Publishing. I want you to put your sharp mind better use to mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath you the notes, the research I've taken into astronomy. I grant you to finish and publish it under both our names. My late sister. Let's go back because we actually do have the registry list. I think it's under you. Rose Kubert. Okay. So you're Rose Hubert. We have also Peter Bailey. Between these 2, we have Willard Wright. Willard Wright and Peter Batley. What's the other name that we have? Willard Wright, Sebastian. Sebastian Cloudsley is dead, so he's not here. He's the only one who is not here, because he's dead. That's what I believe these sort of skulls mean. Don't have any information about you. We also don't have any knowledge about you. We could give a guess by just putting the names of each of them, but we know Peter is in debt. So, assuming that you're betting, Peter, Peter Bately. You are Willard Wright. Then we need to find out these names. All we know is that it's A. We met so rarely after you left for the colonies, therefore I bequeath you my savings by Blackfield major. Accomplishments, I bequeath you the golden idol. Well, Willard Wright is the only one who has the idol, right? Yeah. Willard has the idol. There was an Adam? I don't see an Adam here. Adam. Nicholas Cloudsley, no. No. Willard Wright and Rose Kubert. Got to take the name. It was Albert and Willard. Scared, Sebastian, no. There's these, but I can't click on it. There's obviously two names, and I'm missing the names of the two boys. There's an A here, and another called the Pair Brothers. Where am I missing a click? Oh, here they are. Adam and James. There you go. We got all the names. I don't know why I was missing that. You are Adam. You are James. Yeah, we got all the names. Sebastian is not a name that's used. My late sister, that means it's you, Rose Kubert. Mother, disclosed your financial troubles long ago. I resolved to help you. I bequeath you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide you direction in your life, which you so clearly lack. Man, this guy was an ass. He didn't even give her anything. I bequeath you the golden idol. I imagine it's gonna be Willard, because you're the only one who actually had it. In politics, that would be Cloudsley, because he's the politician. And then I bequeath you my savings on loan in Blackfield Manor House. Come and establish a museum of life and accomplishments. It would be Peter. But let's go back and check. Peter married his sister. We met so rarely after you left for the colonies. Yeah, I guess. No, those are incorrect. So you're somebody else? You're the one with the idol. You are both kind of horse tenders, it seems. You're a politician. He's just talking about the coachman here. Lord Cloudsley's speech stirs Parliament. Yeah, so he is a politician of some sort. I think that's correct. That's correct because it's the only sister. Hey, Willard wasn't bequeathed the item. But I mean, he did create it. If they notice I reached out taking it on astronomy. It wouldn't make sense that he burned them. These two actually look similar. But we know that they're not they're not the twins. I feel like you must have it. Why would you be given something else if it's not for you? But then, what is it that you say? Spare me, devil. I was simply following orders. What the blazes? Now, if all this into you, I will take my leave. He was following orders, but I don't know what that means. Okay, so it's not him. House. So we know that James Paris suddenly died of spontaneous combustion, so we can clear that. Take the idol from Baba was scared to receive, is happy to receive house? That doesn't make sense. Serve research in not Sebastian's will. Oh, it is the Sebastian Cloudsley. Oh, Sebastian Cloudsley, okay. Right. Evan Cloudsley is the oldest married testate person who died. Billy Wright is an associate. Pete Batley is the husband of that. So Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered Adam Pear and James Pear to take the idol from Willard Wright. Happy to receive aphorisms? That doesn't make any sense. Was upset. Okay, that makes more sense. Maybe Rose Kubert was upset. Rose Kubert was upset to receive aphorisms. Invest a quill. Take the idol from Willard Wright. She's the one that seems the most upset. Oh, haven't expected one of your family to treat such a legal domain in such a way. I'm appalled. Oh, so it's not her. He's not the one upset. He's probably the one. Okay. That makes Peter Badley. Peter Badley, not upset to receive. No, this is not correct. Who left for the colonies? Rose left for the colonies. So that means that Peter Badley got the items. See, so he was upset to receive the aphorisms. Oops. Okay, so we got close to all the names. Peter Badley, yeah, was upset. I don't know why I put aphorisms. Receive aphorisms. There you go, we got it. After taking a little bit of a detour of logic, the scroll has been fulfilled, no hints access. Peter, badly encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. Upon discovering that he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered the servants to take the golden statue from the stranger Willard. Suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. Ooh. That's him. Interesting. Chapter 4, as we keep seeing more and more deaths. Chapter 2, actually. Cursed Inheritance, the murder of the Little Mermaid. He did. Let's look out the window. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? An old rusty half shears. Still piece of bread. Can lie low for a couple of days in an old oarsman's place down at the docks. He can't read. That's unfortunate. Trapdoor in the ceiling. Empty bed, not warm. There's a... These may be relevant. The door does not open, so nobody had access to this room. Something happening down there as well. Trapdoor in the ceiling. The door does not open. There is a key here. Revenge, RR. We got a poppy and a dandelion. Feels like the idol was here. My dear Maurice, watch is ticking. Seems like he's been stabbed. He has the ring again. This ring is also very cursed. Walking cane. The man is not breathing. Yeah, not a surprise there. Alarm! Alarm! A break-in! Henry Parker. Watchman lantern. Watchman spear. He has the spear, he has the lantern, and he's doing some sort of noise. Wash bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Do the proudest master have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted a keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will? I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10th. I hope it will reach to you without delay. Already is midnight, and I will retire to my bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken, proud beast initiate. So he wrote this letter at midnight. What time is it? Time is 2 o'clock. So he died around 2, or like he died shortly after that. I think I got all the items here. Let's go down. Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Hand of cards. He lacks a lot of things, actually. He has 7 pence. He sells sword, small sword. Well, the sword is something that he murdered, maybe. Oh, there's also a murder weapon. Stiletto blade. Be calm, John. So you are John. We know that you are Henry Maurice? Oh wait, Maurice is this guy. Henry Parker. We don't know your name. Still on the lookout for these names. Hand of cards, 2 shillings and a pence, a key. You don't have a key, so you have a room up here. You also have a key. Oh, we know this guy. We saw him earlier. He's the coachman, I think. Remember, as an agent of a trading company, to reflect its values to the fullest, never be late. The client leaves 10 port at 10th. Be persuasive, do not take no for an answer. You must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it immediately to the servant boy. Listen poorly. No matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. Well, that's not going to happen very much without death above, but... Dagger. Who has been added? Oh, what is this? A cipher? AGWWAB. Okay. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear with me again. He gambled with a violet. Oh, is this Willard Wright and he gambled the idol? The Little Mermaid presented Evan's musical performance. Okay, so this is guy's Evan. Wanted, Robert Redrug, escaped convict, reward 50 pounds. Okay, that means that you're Robert Redruth. Dandelion Room, Willard Wright. Forget Me Not Room, Ash Blair. You're Ash Blair, okay. Ash Blair. You're Willard Wright. You're Willard Wright. Right. No, Willard Wright. You're Ash. No G name. You are Maurice. You must be also Ash. No, wait, you... Because it's Ash Blair, so this has got to be Ash Blair. I don't know what exactly this is, though. The door is shut to the street with a latch. Where'd that blasted boy go? I really need to take a piss. Oscar Boyton. Oscar Boyton, it comes to my attention. More office service to those to transfer products with less agreeable authorities. I will come by in 3 days. You still have to spare 200 gin barrels. What's your extra money? He's got a lemon too. Peeled lemon. Oh, he's peeling a lemon right now. He's got the keys. Makes this guy Oscar Boyton. So he's kind of in dressed outfit, so... Henry Parker... What a strange decoration this place has. Green, brioche, Blair. Oh, this is the drinks. These are tabs. I'm missing one item. This is the... I feel like this is the tab, isn't it? So don't exactly know why they're positioned differently. He really needs to piss, but he can't go anywhere. He's not a piss boy. He's a piss man. There's something here. I don't exactly know. Can I hear your voice without a filter? I mean, I changed it because somebody complained about it. Some rando said like they hated the voice, and I'm like, man, that sucks. And I tried to please the people. I want to try to get a filter that's not as severe, like just some voice modulation, but not enough that it's irritating. He had bread. Nothing there. But is it weird in a bad way or weird in a sort of, oh, it's different? #1 wild hater right there. I mean, I guess. I can just make it a reward, I guess. I could always make it that I just make it a reward that you can switch between robot voice and smooth voice, I guess. Review the ring, walking cane, man is not breathing. Oh, there's a glass shard. Slide in the mud. There's something that I missed in the window? It's footsteps. Clearly that somebody took the idol. I'm looking for the last of the letters, or the words, I guess. But I can't find it. Okay, so I feel like this is gonna be ash brioche. Green. So these are not really names. It's gonna be John Brioche. A is gonna be Ash Brioche. Ash. What is the other possibility? I don't exactly know. Okay. There's only one W in the entirety of this place, and that's that. Then you should be ash green. I haven't found an, there's an E. It's Maurice Evans. Ash green. JB. John Brioche. O would be Oscar Brioche. Okay, so Brioche is who owns tabs. So these are likely the names. We know that you're Ash Blair. But is there... I don't know what it means. I mean, I feel like that's gotta be right. And this is gotta be right too. Did you marry? sort these by name. We know that Ash, that's gotta be Willard Wright. Maurice Evans is the only one that fits. Ash could be Ash. Ash Green. Ash Green. The only one that also fits. Unless there's some other word. J can be John. O can be Oscar. It's these 4 that I don't know. Though I do need to find the last one. They're playing cards. Annie. Your piglet full of love. Oh, there you go. I lost the last name. Okay. So Ash Blair. So her name is actually Annie. We know that that's gonna be Ash Blair. Because that's basically the only way that that works. We know that this is gotta be Willard Wright, then. The other room. No, wait. Who has which room? Forget-me-not room and a dandelion room. This is the dandelions. These are forget-me-nots, I guess. Dandelions is Willard Wright. Okay, so Willard Wright is likely the person who's dead. Willard Wright is dead. He died like he lived. You're John, you're Rupert, you're Henry, you're Evans, so that means that by matter of elimination, you gotta be Ash. Ash Blair. We know by letter of elimination that is Boyton and Brioche. But Boyton is the bartender. So you gotta be Brioche and Brioche. Right? So who is Evans related to? Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. What did you gamble? Anyway, so you're Willard Wright. You must be Brioche. Oscar Boyton. John Brioche. It's not correct. Ash Green. This has got to be correct. Oh, but it's Ash Blair. This is Annie Green. Oh, I see. Annie Green. Annie Green. Brioche, and then Annie. Annie Green. Okay. So you're Annie Green, you're John Brioche, you're Ash Blair. We never see an Evans. Well, are these tabs, I guess? Maurice Evans. You're Maurice. Okay, so we got the names. We know the names, we know the tabs. We know that you crept into your room through the window while John Briage and Green and Ash Blair playing cards with loud music. Fight and shoot upstairs, and Willard Wright got stabbed with a... You know what you got stabbed with? Shears? Guess? Because none of you are actually have a bloody weapon. It'd be funny if he's the one who murdered him. But revenge, RR. Okay. What did he get stabbed with, I guess? This is not correct though. Annie Green and Ash Blair. So we know that you're correct. This part has to be correct because they're the ones playing cards. We know that you had to be creeping through the window because that's the only way that you would have come in. Revenge, RR. You can see a set of footprints. Whoa, you can actually zoom in. He must have taken it. I was wondering. We know that it is his room. Problem is it's fully wrong. While John Briash and Anne Graber and Ash Blair playing cards with loud music. Now, Annie makes a reference to something down here. So they were playing cards. He was a perfect gentleman. He brought me a drink. Ugh. I do think it's him. He's the one who did go in here. I mean, it feels like he's the one who stabbed him. They must have been playing cards. But we know Annie was playing. That's for sure. We know that somebody crept through the window. But we don't know what or how. Alarm! Alarm! A break-in! He was given a note. You can lie low a couple of days in the place of the old orphan's place by the docks. So somebody gave him I don't know. Remember, it's an agent of a trading company to reflect full values. Never be late. Its client leaves a port at 10. This would be effective. So we know Ash is the other person. So Ash could have gone to the other side. This is a weird thing. So we assume that he went to the other room, grabbed it, while they were all playing cards? So that's not right at all. This door is latched. This door is not latched and broken. Broken and then latched. So it definitely is the window. No sign of what stabbed him, though. We don't know. Could be many things that he got stabbed with, but the main thing that he has is the shear. Well, you, and you were playing cards. That's not correct. But, like, that's the scene that I'm seeing, right? He crept up the window to the room. Oh, but he can't read. Then why would he write his letters RR? So he didn't creep through the window. So he didn't. Maybe Maurice Evans? So they were gambling. Not a spear, it would be whatever John has. John, what did you stab? Small sword. But that's not right either. The reason why I say this is because he wrote Revenge RR. Now, it kind of leads from the blood of the victim, but he can't write. We know that the names are correct. Okay, so this should tell us if we were at least too close, right? Not a stiletto, not a spear, not a small sword, not a sharp, not a blade, not a knife, not a dagger. Maybe he did creep in. But it is through the window. Alright, I'll take a hint. Get stuck working on the solution is the heart of this game. Before you try hints, have you made a typo? We'll check the phrases haven't entered. No, it's not a typo. Considered all the evidence. They will check all the documents. Not about that. It's about we re-examine your assumptions. Re-examine sometimes the detective makes certain assumptions without considering the potential flaws. Try clearing scrolls and starting from scratch. Sometimes taking a break can be helpful. I don't know. I don't want to actually use a hint because the game kind of is discouraging me for it, but so the nature never be late. The client lives in the port of the 10th. So that's Willard. Whoever says it, do not take no for an answer. You must get the client's product. Be effective. Once you get the product, deliver immediately to the servant boy. The amount of do be helpful with reputation. Her name supposed to remain spotless. Maybe it is you. You actually murdered him. So, well... Okay. You were gambling. You were gambling. You went in. Through the trapdoor. Because there is a trapdoor to a trapdoor. And then you got stabbed with... What is Ash Blair using? It is a dagger. No, it is correct that he was gambling with him. It was not Maurice Evans. It must have been Willard Wright at the time. Okay. So that's correct. So Maurice was not gambling? Okay, so that's correct. And he was playing, Willard Wright was playing. Because if I put another name, it breaks it. So these are correct. We know that it was through the trapdoor. Was it you? No. So it was definitely Blair. I'm missing one piece. Kind of doing deduction by association. So, based on this tale, it was Ash Blair who contracted Robert Ruth to basically just creep around. He's basically the fall guy. But Ash Blair is the one who kept the thing. Wait, does Ash Blair have the... Ash Blair doesn't have the amulet, or doesn't have the golden idol, though. So, okay. So we definitely know it's a dagger. We definitely know it's Willard Wright who got stabbed by the dagger, too. That would otherwise make it broken. Was it Ash Blair? It was Ash Blair who made it out. Was it... No, he definitely made it into Willard Wright's room. Maybe Annie wasn't playing. Maybe it was Maurice. That gives me the same as putting Willard. Oh, we can actually take a look, right? It would have been Oscar. Because he's the one gambling at the same time. Right, because this is what this paper is about. Aha. Scroll has been fulfilled. No hints of access. A man by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, it woke Willard up and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. And that is some deduction. A good thing that there's this sort of... I wasn't paying attention to this clue, so I gotta be aware that the clues on the side are also just as relevant as the clues on the front. But man, this is some brain puzzling. Yeah, we can return to Syria. Good morning, innkeeper. Heard a man was murdered a week ago. Aye, the range convict did him in. Now bugger off. Tell me more about the evening when Willard died. I'll make it worth your while. Somebody's interested in finding out more. Intoxicating dinner party. These are fine coats. You're a tiny little man, aren't you? Little Pip. Probably you. I'll pay. Run to the city and grab me an ash blow tobacco and a bottle of gin. Overcoat and a hat. Overcoat and a hat. Box of cigars. You are the cigar, so you're maybe David. Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously. When I visited your father last month, I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings in our society. I invite you and your father to a dinner April 8th at my manor, March 11th. Got him again. Dear Mary, here is something... did we not get a name? Miss Richards. So her name is Mary Richards. Dear Mary, here's something for your dairy for me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley. We're definitely meeting the same characters. Well, somebody's dead. Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. But I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian has served everything as instructed. You got 2 keys. Dinner party will take place at April 8th. Prepare roasted boar. Young Miss Richards does not enjoy meat. Therefore, prepare some alternative side dish. Mrs. Smith. You are Smith. Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. Wait. 2 eggs and a pot of fish and no heavy foods for dinner. You're responsible for little Pip doing all his errands. Mr. Walker, I am expected to be woken up and dressed at 7 a.m. Expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Miss Baker, I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. Aren't you demanding, huh? David Gorin's job requires that he may arrive. Sorry, David Gorin's job requires that he may arrive or leave during night. No complaint about this. Okay. Full bottles of sealed wine with red liquid leveled wine. Full sealed bottle liquid leveled brandy. Okay. Three loaves of bread, some lemons, basket of potatoes, sack of flour, pair of pig bottles labeled water, cut vegetables, a bag of meat. The door on the side, not locked. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you are itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Dear Ada, I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The justice decided to remove all accusations of you will no longer be target of baseless gossip. Okay. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in these dark times when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord Steward serve our souls. Okay, so you're Ada. Ada's not on list. Guess I didn't grab it, that's why. Ada. You are Lucia. Lucia. So you wouldn't address somebody by... Did I keep forgetting to grab their names? I guess I do. Get banned. You're Lucia. Brian served everything. Is Brian another servant, maybe? Door is locked. Sealed pale print paint. Down with parasites. Too long have we feasted on our blood and sweat. Okay, so one of them is definitely anti-bourgeoisie. So they are definitely capable of conspiring for a crime. We'll open this one first. Stack of candles. Ooh, okay, so the person who has candles... These are the servants' quarters, I'm pretty sure. So this is Ada's room. April dear diary has been an ordinary miss tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come to me to ask for a raise in salary. After all of these years I have worked here, it is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and talk to the master about it tomorrow. So she never did. Hortius, the white slave, fables about rulers that make you think. Found an ink pot. I mean, you may have done it, but there's no guarantee you did it. Set of lockpicks. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. This is the second time we've seen that Ash Blair. A dagger, a pistol. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. I will plan and continue experimenting with the artifact. So we know who has the artifact then. But I don't know why this is here. Oh, there's more servant quarters. Okay, never mind. Door's locked. 4 shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. Okay, so the longest person here gets the bottom room. Mademoiselle, listless count, but the besmirched lover of Lusitania. Knife. You also have candles. 3 shillings and 2 pence. An ink pot. Berlucala, Star Child. Remember to take the 4th one. What? Remember to take the 4th one from every row. It's gotta be relevant to something later. The Republic, Visions of the Utopia, or whatever. Okay, another book. Secret codes. So trivial ciphers, as reading the only first letter of every line, are easy to produce in short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this simple example. Money has changed hands. See, so it's referring that there's a cipher in some code. Money's at the valley has... Okay. This one's specifically saying we're going to take the 4th one from every row. Okay, so there's a book or something I need to read. Sensitivity from... Doesn't work. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol until the next month. Also consider from a glycopeptic tonic for eating and avoiding digestive system. Okay, so that may have been to the person who died. Opium, peptic tonic. Here's the idol. Well, 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 Edmund. You seem pleased after the boiled boy passed away and a spot of freed for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare to cross me. Lord Bridges. Come off. No. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against the honest common folk with your blood. Final vanguard. Edmund closely. Once more you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressors against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of the stewards upon you, Brotherhood of Masks. Dear uncle, I hear you are interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her, but I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me 300 pounds. Are you... shall? No. It is a small change for you and will need a present. Peter Badley. So many letters. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian Manors, he has asked for financial support 7 times. He is clearly unable to take monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Rose Kubert. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Please send him to the colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father Lothar. If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him to tales of adventures in the colony so we can ship him away. Okay, so that's the sort of plan they want to do. Also, you can see the symbol has changed. Speaker starting date, position housemaid. Yearly wage £9. Imagine only making £9 for a whole year. I mean, I guess you do have your house, like you do have a place to live, but... Oh, you... our... L? Not sure. Who has been added to the seating panel? Salad untouched. Full glass of liquid. Clear liquid untouched. Partially empty glass of clear liquid. I assume that's water, but I could be wrong. Partially empty glass of red liquid. Partially eaten salad. Partially eaten piece of roast. Partially eaten salad. Partially empty glass of red liquid, so wine. Partially smoked cigar. Partially empty glass of amber liquid, so that's gin. Partially empty glass of red liquid. Partially eaten piece of roast. Partially eaten salad. Okay. Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale of the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. 1 shilling? Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during the dinner. I will slip you a shilling, Peter. He was given a shilling, so it did happen. You killed my aunt! You devil! I shall execute you on the spot. The lady is not breathing and her face is blotched. Rings with various gemstones, £4. We've seen her before. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely upsetting. It's poison! Nobody touch a thing, nobody move! I'll send her to the doctor right away. He's no longer wearing the wig. But that's Edmund Cloudsley. This is horrible. Hey. There's still some things I haven't found. Syringe with some liquid left on it. Somebody was stabbed. Still gotta find more letters. He had a box of cigars. He appears to have stolen one of the cigars, though. Ooh, there's somebody living here. Is this where Little Pip lives, maybe? Monkey Man versus Striped Dark Hand. Monkey Man 2, tooth for tooth. It's a key of some sort? Small bottle filled with amber liquid. A pull pennies and a fancy handkerchief and a shiny pocket watch. A bag. There are keys on the side. There are keys hiding all over the place. Can't tell if the keys mean anything though. Okay, so if it's yellow glowing, that means that there's something missing in it. Something that I haven't clicked. For example, here. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid partially empty. Once the target has been ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effect will be felt within 2 days, depending on your appearances. Has potion and as nope. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Nothing here I haven't grabbed. This paper. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. Okay. Just a name I didn't click on. Name here, Smith. Go up. Here. Water. Roast. Salad bowl. Brandy. Wine. Lemonade. Peptic tonic. Okay, so we got everything. So we must find out where people lived, who they are, and then figure out what happened. Let's start by finding out the servants, I guess. Remember to take the 4th one of every row. So this guy is Brian. You don't know... Do we have a last name for Brian? We don't seem to have a name for Brian. David clean up the barn until Wednesday. No, she's been 3 years in service. And we know that Dear Ada, use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. Oh. Okay, so we know Ada was actually the one who murdered. So we know definitely that Ada is the murderer. We should see a letter here about her. Miss Baker, starting date. Decision housemaid, August 1st. There is 4 rooms. Note to self. If you get frustrated working, remember the tale of the rich lord. Okay. Sure, the people literally sings to me. Well, one of these two is Peter. There's 5 people in this table, and he's the only one who's not sitting. Especially because he's not. If he's a servant, he wouldn't be sitting at the table. The question is, does Ada live here? Because I would say that we have little Pip, we have Brian, but that means that there is 5 rooms. There's a key there. Key's tied to here. There's no window. Ada's the only one who would have access to that then. She does not have a key. Once the target has ingested a love potion, establish eye contact. Hold it for as long as possible. David. We have so many names though. You know that's Rose. Don't remember her full name. Rose Kubert. Because he is the brother. And we have seen based information from earlier. So Rose Kubert. You called her... You killed my aunt. Lady Lothar and Peter were to join you. Okay, so we know his name is Peter. We know that that's Lothar. We know that you're Mary. We know that these are not related. David is a name that comes up. It makes sense that you're Ada Baker. It makes sense that you're Lucia Smith. David Bryan, maybe? David Bryan. Edmund. George Bridges. Final Vanguard. Stewards. Peter Batley. Peter Batley. So Lothar would be the last name, would it not? All he brought is money. So Peter wanted to marry Lady Richards. Mary Richards. Lothar Richards. Okay, I am slightly wrong with one of these. Okay, no, so that is correct. That is Ada Baker. That is correct via Lucia Smith. Let's change you to be David, maybe? No, we already have David. David Bryan. No, that. Monkey Man Poop. Nope. Okay, so we got definitely those names. Remove David and put Darkhand. It could be that. Brian Gorin? Brian Stewart? Brian Walker? Ah. Where did we find Walker though? So we know Peter wanted to sit to me during dinner. So we got the names of people. Pretty sure Ada Baker goes here. I'm pretty sure Brian Walker goes at the bottom. We know that Brian has candles and Ada has candles. We do not know who fits the other 3 spots though. Oh, because of Mr. Walker. I expected to be dressed, receive the newspaper in the noon. David Gorin's job requires that he may arrive or leave at night. No complaining about this. David Gorin isn't here. So that means that the last person we know is David Gorin's. We do not know if this is David Gorin's room, but it doesn't make sense because the bed is small. Look at the size of the bed. This must be Little Pip's room. Is what I thought earlier. He kind of lives in squalor, to be honest, based on what I see here. There was a letter about addressing Little Pip's requirements. Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs in a pot, no heavy food for dinner. You're responsible for Little Pip's doing all his errands. Well, who is Little Pip to this family, though? Based on the fact that this is a gun, a pistol, and whatever, I'm gonna say that this is David Goran's, and that's gonna be Lucia Smith's. Cool. We confirm that. Now we have to confirm the seating arrangement. Prepare roasted boar. So, boar is not apparently a thing here. Roast, I guess, is. This should be roasted. Keys are not sure how relevant the keys are. We had wife and brandy. Little Pip, run to the city. Grab me some Ash Blair tobacco and a bottle of gin. Pay you back. Dear Mary, here's something for you, dairy from me. Your misfortunes, I hope it enjoy your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. Certain you would wish to hear the rest of the circums of our society. Okay. One of you smokes. Now, as a sort of thing about table settings, the host always sits at the top of the table or the center of the table. But because the table's like this, he also is the only one that has a cloudy liquid. He's also drinking water. That's because in his thing here, it says your stomach by abstaining from alcohol next month. That's gonna be, it's gonna be the Lord. You. Because this is your house. But knowing that he sit here, and he's not the smoker, we know that likely the two women did not eat meat, but we'll confirm that and not be sexist about it. Young Miss Richards appears to not enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish, so the salad. There's no substance. Okay, so this is basically the cipher. Nothing new about that. That means you or you. We know that the Lord ate prepare roast boar. So many people did not eat it though. He got poisoned. You think that the... I don't know. There is some sort of thing about the love potion too, but I don't know how relating that is. It also shows who drank anything. So I'm gonna say Peter Batley sit here. Mary Richards sit here? Weird position, because the father is nowhere near it. Father would be here. And then Rose Cupboard was here. But that doesn't make sense. Let's go back down. Partially eaten salad, partially smoked cigar. Two people ate the roast beef. So whoever drank... Okay. Still is possible that that's correct, but I think that this is actually Rose. And he wants him to his right. But that's Edmonds, because that's the drinks of Edmonds. Unless... what drinks do you have? Freshly cloudy liquid. Cloudy liquid is peptic acid. Okay. I'm gonna assume it's the two age characters that would probably have the peptic acid. So that would mean that you and you are correct. But because it is to the right, Mary Richards would be here. So I think I just did this earlier. Peter Batley would be here. And then Rose Cupboard would be here. So Lothar ate the salad and smoked. Rose Cupboard drank the liquid. Oh, but he didn't drink any of the liquid. So the poison was in the peptic. Okay, so the poison is in the peptic acid, or the peptic whatever. Not in the meat, because the meat got eaten, not in the salad. So, Ada Baker wanted Edmund supposedly dead, and thus Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. The dinner party, Rose Cupboard. Not her who wanted her dead. But this is correct. Who wanted... There's some sort of organization or something. Dear Ada, okay, no news for that. Ada's the one who murders. Final Vanguard. Well, Edmund. George Bridges? Sure, we can put his name down. It's not George Bridges. Oh, Darkham. Steward Darkham. Darkham Steward. There you go. Darkham Steward. Ada receiving code and translation for the Darkham Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. So that could have just easily, but she could have just snatched it at any point. She uses her range to poison the sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. That one is a bit of a... I feel like, again, there's not a lot of requirements for this one. Cursed Inheritance. Explosive events of the forest cavern. Somebody gonna explode? Henchmen for hire, Timberwood region. Oh, we're gonna have some names here. Billy Cracker. Billy Cracker. Little Billy. Jack Nails. We have 2 Billies. Box of confectionery. Some hats. Nothing outside. We also have Berkman Workhorse. The hell? Oh, it's her. Ah, by the gods, what's that? Gentleman robber strikes Westbrook. Walter Keane, with a number of unnamed associates, held up coach on the southern road of leading Westbrook. Candles robbed the passenger of all their valuables and kissed a woman, lady, and left. This is already the 5th robbery by an infamous gentleman who, as his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest city style. Not you. Reward for catching Walter Keane has been increased to £100. Coin, go, coin! Okay, so this is the little Pip. We don't have their names again, though. You're... Ash something? Ash Blair? Man is breathing, but appears to have lost consciousness. I do not care what it means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet as always. Note, I do not want it to be too decayed. The more recently it has died, the better. One of the old workhorse geezers croaked yesterday. I will arrange for a cart to remove the corpse. Send me instructions. Okay. Loaded pistol. You do not shoot. Wooden scarecrow in a wooden coffin. Everyone, you are not permission to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point you may disclose the location of the cavern. David Gorman, you're in charge of security. Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it's presented to me. Little Pip, you are in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. Rar. Go, Coin. Well, Coin is doubloon, so... Golden doubloon. Ah! A sword. What happened in here? Ooh! Something exploded here. It broke. Wait. It broke inwards? But the blast is outwards. Yeah, that's weird. He's got a tattoo? Finally, have the location of my target. Meet us November 10th and February at Timberbrook Inn and bring all your tools. You will get your share as we agreed. WK. Did you saw through this? Clubbed. Okay, you definitely clubbed him. A vase. A vase? He's hiding in here. He knows. EC. Vacuum. It simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Upon further insertion, there's an obvious mistake. I attempted so the input and definitely improve it. It increased the amount of air, but curiously, it still did not create a vacuum, complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for it to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try the ship in an open sea? First step, get the gold by aiming at the target. Second step, aim and retrieve the vessel to retrieve it. Huh. Okay. Apparently, it has these properties. Unknown effect, 14. The implication of this are somewhat a surmise. This could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch the bodies. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust a target if you do not have it perform freezing beforehand. Presently, the speed at which the heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed the whatever before it. Freezing. Observation freezing. Okay. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and every glass shards everywhere. Okay, so I guess that's what happened. He froze it. Safety notice. When pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target. Red. If it's a red eye, it's ready for the input. After it will turn blues afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform re-input. It will turn red afterward. Okay. A rotted green apple. A rotted green. Huh. That apple's a little too green, in my opinion. A pistol loaded. I need to decipher the idol. Small weight tied to a pole-bound lever at the back of the idol. So yeah, you kind of exploded it. You always have to do that. So I read, it is ready for input. Always turn blue after. Let's see. We got everybody, right? Yes. This is Edmund's Cloudsley, obviously. This is Pip. This is Lucia Smith. Now, who would be the rest of these, huh? He's wearing the hat, so it leads me to believe that you are Walter Keane. You're also the one who wrote the letter. Alright, Walter Keane it is. You are One of the old work users croaked yesterday. Berkman is not on the list. But he is the coachman, right? Workhouse. Oh, the reason how I'm finding these names is, for example, I found little pips by combining names like that. That's interesting. Well, I feel like Jack Nails is probably you, because you have the saw. Jack Nails. Don't quite know what exactly. David Goran. So you must be David Goran. Because you are the one in charge of security and you're the only one with the pistol? You can either be Hardy A, Billy Cracker. Alright, so Hardy A or Billy Cracker. Gonna crack people with your skull, so we'll say Billy Cracker. 2 slots are incorrect. Are you... Okay, so it's Hardy A then. Got it. I don't exactly know how I'm supposed to know the difference between those, though. Oakwood Gang, see? Berkman Workhorse. Oh, because of this. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Because he has the cart. Okay, I understand now how I was supposed to know that. Alright, so we know the people. Now we need to know the spells. We know that one is vacuum. We also know that that's gold. So this one is gold. We know that stabbed, coffin, corpse, water, increased, exploded, club, decreased, shot. I think it's gotta be matter. The other one is decreased. Let's move to the other ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it affects matter. What is this one? Input, I guess. Is input a choice? It's not really a choice. What else do we got? This one is fire. Or heat, I guess. So this is air. The speed of the heat increase, what appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and for how long I've performed the freezing before. So it's the reverse. So this is reverse. So this is decreased. This is increased. So because that's how it would work as a sort of logistical sense, right? This is that is increased because it's increased the heat. This is heat. This is freeze because this increases. Oh, wait. No, this is heat. Okay. No, wait. Increase matter. Yeah. Increase matter heat. Decrease matter heat. This increases whatever the last one is. The modifier to this. That one doesn't have a symbol. But it involves matter. That is decrease matter, which destroys it. That one's decrease air. Aha, I got it. Okay, so yeah, so we definitely do know the concept of this. Okay, so now we need to figure out what exactly is going on in this story. The vase exploded, killed them both. When Jack Nils and Hardy Abe sealed vase, there was water inside of it. Meanwhile, I'm gonna assume it's Edmund Cloudsley decreased amount of water in the sealed base. I think it's decreased. You did have an exploration here. Okay, no, it's the explodey one. For occasions, I should be careful of freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded everywhere. He froze. He decreased the amount of air. I don't actually know what he did with the vase. Oh, he froze it. So we know that Edmund wanted a corpse. Needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a scarecrow. Delivered a coffin, I guess. On entering, gonna assume Hardy Ave clubbed. It was David Gorin. Edmund Cleason needed a course. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. Upon entering, Hardy Ave suddenly clubbed David Gorin. Yeah. Meanwhile, Edmund Cleasley hid. I would say it's the air, but increased. Aha. First try, too. To gain entrance to Edmund Close's secret forest cavern, gentleman Robert Walter Keane pretended to be a delivered corpse to Edmund for his experiments. On entering the cavern, the robbers ambushed the servants, and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, this is what we saw earlier, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol, killed two of the intruders. Ooh. We got it. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off, but my master Edmund closely got caught in the blast which severely disfigured him. As soon as afterwards he died, bless his soul. Ooh, he died. How many chapters are there? Oh my god, we're really going into crazy looking things here. It all started because you pushed him aside, buddy. Just to confirm. Albert Cloudsley killed this guy for the idol. Then he died. Later than the line. Because that's Sebastian, not Albert. But he had the idol. He just never knew how to use it, I guess. Return. Then at some point, Albert Cloudsley, Edmund, Sebastian. So Albert was his father. So his father is the person who got the idol. Weird. Okay, let's return back. Let's keep going to chapters. Actually, let's check how many chapters there are. Case of the Golden Idol chapters. How many chapters? There are 12 chapters. Okay, well, seems like if I keep going, I'm going the whole 9 miles, eh? Alright, let's keep going. Chapter 3, The Ascent. Strange Practices of a Secretive Society. Okay, I didn't expect somebody hiding there, but alright. The clue has been added to the thinking panel. Tattoo depicts a hand and an eye. Loaded pistol. David, the gathering will be on March 14th. To follow our plan, we should be there at least 2 hours before midnight. There we can drive in full costume, grab ropes and weapons. WK. Oh, we saw him earlier. David Gorin, reliable surface. So David Gorin is some sort of assassin or, I don't know, some sort of clandestine member of this sort of group. Loaded pistol. He has the outfit. Two sets of footprints. One set of footprints. I don't know if you're wearing shoes. This is where they separated. Clue has been added. Dark hands, proud bees, water snakes. There may be an opposition with each other. Master, steward, initiate. Masters, I have ventured the Order's first mission to reclaim our fire-breathing relic, and with great resolve punish the despicable enemy. I, with a few brave companions, fearlessly entered his hideout in a remote hunting cabin. The devil has prepared a treacherous trap, and an explosion slaughtered my dearest friends as we entered his study. Thanks to my sturdy physique, I survived the blast, only to be assaulted by the enemy's lackeys, assassin warrior David Goran, and a pack of bloodthirsty hounds. After an hour of fight, I received numerous deadly wounds, and in spite of which I prevailed and defeated my assailants with martial training. I discovered the enemy's dead body, slain by the trap of his own making, but no trace of the relic. I am forced to go into hiding because the government's watchmen are tracking me. Once I have recovered from my deadly wounds and shaken off the watchmen, I will send you to the next report. May the Griffin awaken, Walter Keene. Okay, this guy has a marking of the hand. Has David Goran taken his place as an initiate? Masters, I apologize 1,000 times for my absence, but my road recovery through full peril and valor cannot be sufficient conveyed in writing. Government dogs and spies chased me tirelessly as I was forced to seek refuge in Aquitania to recover from my still dire wounds. There, I finally vested my pursuers with the help of Lazarus Hurst, a young resourceful gentleman who I've met in a remote manner in dark nights. Not only did he earn my trust by stepping into the fray against the villains, he turned out to be well-versed in the arcane arts, of course, not yet close to your skills. I have finally recovered a plan to return to Albion. I suggest that Lazarus will be a fine addition to the Order. Vouch for him, and will initiate him to undergo appropriate trial. Limited Masters, I object the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hurst to our brethren. I submit that our dark-hand brother Walter Keene, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted because he's a liar and a thief. I am certain that on dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally to me, and afterwards be expelled from our brotherhood. For Jeffrey Sinclair. Huh. Okay, well, definitely a weird cult I just walked into. Done when an accuser has challenged a defender. Wait, so you're just poisoning each other? That's just terrible. Substance is added depending on the severity of the accusation, including deadly poison. Ritual of Squabble. Only initiates can be defender and accuser. Sword must be borne by any dark hand. Okay, Squabble's a weird game. Fire decorations in the hall. The Grim Reaper, the never-ending teacher, the feeder of mouse. The ritual of conflict. Defender must deeply hate the defender. The sword must be borne by any initiate. Required decorations in the hall. Never-ending tiring teacher. The keeper of treasures. The mirror of the soul. There's some sort of stainery. This is the Grim Reaper. So we're not this. Grim Reaper and Grim Reaper. Okay, so we're definitely not two, because the Grim Reaper is here. Ritual dispute. Only stewards are high rank of a defender and accuser. The scepter must be borne by the water... What? The water snake master? That's one of the ranks, right? So we can go back. The keeper of treasure, the never-tiring teacher, and the Grim Reaper. Ritual of Discord. Let's write that down. The Ritual of Discord. The house's accuser and defender stand behind their brothers. The scepter must be born of Darkhand Master. The required decorations in the hall. The speaker of the blind, the Grim Reaper, and the keeper of treasures. Okay. He's also got a ring. The man in the mang is not breathing. The ring. Okay, so the ring is some sort of brotherhood related. Pray with a small vial of substance. The Griffin has spoken. The Griffin has spoken. The cups on the altar. They contain some sort of wine, but they're almost empty. So wait the results from the chamber below. Okay, weird. Master, Steward, Initiate. The Water Snakes, the Proud Beast, and the Dark Hands, okay. Somebody on his house. Somebody eating but no mouth. Fish in a house. Wearing a lot of clothes in the summer and no clothes in the winter. Prepared to receive what you have earned. A brother, a member of our order, has proposed a new candidate to our brotherhood. Our brother's trustworthiness, however, has been challenged. We had decided to make measures to resolve the fate of these individuals. If the brother proves himself, gotta drink some water there. If the newcomer survives the appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. You're summoned to join our gathering on March 14th to fulfill the role of rights. Council of Masters. So he's joining the Proud Beasts. You must endure the tests of... Okay. Sure. Well, the first one looks like a snail. I don't exactly know what a star is. Huh. This is definitely a challenging one. I have signaled to Griffin who I am. I accept my fate, whatever it may be. Still I'm missing some stuff. Okay, that's all of them. So brother proves himself. Survive the trial. Appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. Okay. So he's going through an admission. Or initiation? Inception? I don't know exactly know what kind of thing you're doing here. We know that this must be Jeffrey Sinclair, because otherwise they wouldn't have done it. They do have different ranks. The masks also mean something. I'm gonna take the assumption that this is the Proud Beast. Because he has the symbol of the Proud Beast, and there's only two here. The one who's dead is likely Jeffrey Sinclair, as he is the only one there. But Jeffrey Sinclair was a master. Or maybe not, actually. There's no guarantee that he was. He's becoming an initiate, too. He's becoming an initiate. Both are, in fact, barefoot. So these are the two. But who is this guy? This guy must be... This actually must be Walter Keane. I guess that would make it not. Oh, could this be David Goren? No, we don't know. Oh. Okay. Let's make some assumptions, I guess, because we can make these mistakes. So we know that the first one is this one looks like that. It's one of these two. But it's a mission because it's basically time without eating. Then third is water, like a fish out of water. And the third is star? Okay. So, let's assume that you're a proud beast master. Let's assume that you're Lazarus Hearst. Let's assume that you are the one of admission. So there's something wrong there. Okay, so the ritual of the tray. That means that there's two things wrong here. You're not a proud beast then, but you are a master. Or you're a proud beast steward. No. Proud to be steward. That would also fit this one. Okay. Let's assume that you are a proud to be steward. And that it is the admission. Sorry. One of these, I can't remember. Exception. Okay, so that again, that does prove that you are in fact the proud beast. We'll also prove that that's a steward. I guess steward, proud beast. We kind of are gambling a little bit here, but we are confirming that this is Lazarus Hearst. We just don't know who you are. Well, I guess we actually kind of do know. You're an initiate, Dark Hand. Sorry, Dark Hand Initiate. You know that for a fact. Well, Sinclair is wearing the stewards. So... Sword must be borne by any dark hand. Accuser must deeply hate. Sword must be borne by any initiate. The houses of the accuser and the defender stand behind the brother. Houses of the accuser and the defender stand behind their brothers. So the only one that's here is the guy who's holding it. Something must be born by the Dark Hand Master. There's the Speaker of the Blind. No speaker, though. Keeper of Treasures. There is a key. Keeper of Treasures, Keeper of Triggers, and the Speaker of the Blind. Never-ending Teacher. There is a book. So I think it's the Virtual Dispute. Scepter must be worn to the Water Snake Master. Okay, so that would make... You would be the Master. You would be the Initiate. You would be the Dark Hand. And you would be the Water Snake. Okay. So that means we have the Water Snake Master, the Proud Bees Master, we got a Dark Hand Steward, why is the Dark Hand the one to do this though? We got a Water Snake Initiate. We got a Dark Hand Initiate. This is the Ritual of Dispute. Maybe we'll just get rid of the name. Water Snake Steward. Okay, so most of it is right, but that name maybe? Because if I changed anything else, it would have caused a conflict. Oh, they're both correct, actually. So this is correct. So it's both the Initiate and that. But we know that you're a Dark Hand Initiate, so... You are not actually who you say you are. The reason why we say that is that they've been coordinating with each other. I thought you were Walter Keane, though. David Gorin's stuff is here. Okay, so he basically robbed them. Okay, so this is Walter Keane as well. There is a sort of plan here. You could probably replace Walter Keane here, but that's fine. They killed Jeffrey Sinclair. Okay, so Dark Hand Initiate was signaled to a dispute ritual. He, along with no, that's be Walter Keane. Walter Keane. He, along with David Gorin, and ambush a Dark Hand Initiate. David Gorin, posing as a Dark Hand Initiate, challenge Steward? No, this would be Walter Keane. Walter Keane, posing as a Dark-Haired Steward, challenge Jeffrey Sinclair with had no poison. I don't actually know. Trying to figure this out, actually. Meanwhile, Lazarus Hearst, I guess we can keep going down here. Lazarus Hearst passed the Inception ritual to become Proud Beast. It is a Proud Beast. Proud Beast Initiate. Drank the other cup and died. Say Jeffrey Sinclair. Had no poison. With posing challenge everything with the squabble. Evaluation. There's something I'm missing. Ritual of Dispute. With a cup which had no poison. With a tankard. With a squabble. The scepter, no. Conflict. Which with a tray which cup okay, so Walter Keane was signaled. I don't know. What parts do you think are incorrect in this large statement? I think the bottom part is correct. Lazarus Hearst did pass it. He is here. He passed the Inception ritual to become a Proud Beast Initiate, not a Steward, because he only has one. He ambushed him. Now, let's go back. There's actually a ruling about this. Only stewards or higher rank can be defender and accuser. So... But I'm pretty sure Walter Keane is not posing. He is. So that makes David Gorin posing as a initiate. Challenges a player with a conflict, which cup had no poison? David Gorin was signaled to a dispute ritual. He, along with Walter Keane, ambushed. Ambushed a dark hand. David Gorin was signaled to dispute ritual. He, along with Walter Keane, ambushed dark hand. Ambushed. I think I'm missing something about the right here. And certain dispatching of our... He kept... Nothing will move him. He produced a relic, apologized personally to me after expelled from our brotherhood. But he is the one who died. You know that David Gorin is not part of the cult. You know he is, in fact, training a Darkfoot and Initiate. Sort of hard to try to figure out the words here. Okay, so these are correct. Just included the other cup and died. Yeah, that is definitely something that. Which cup had no poison? With a conflict, with a tray, which cup is the tray? Which with a poison, which with a tray with the evaluation had no poison. David Gorin posing a dark challenged. Signaled Jeffrey? No. Oh, maybe he signaled. Signal to Walter Keane with anchored. which cup had no poison. There you go. Because he actually is holding the cup, if we go back to it. That's not really a tankard, is it? Oh, it is a tankard. And because he is the accuser... Accuser was challenged by... He is the defender. The defender chose first. Oh, that's how they basically won this game. Okay. They didn't... It was not a risk. He knew. Ambushed. Dark hand. Initiate. Walter Keane. Okay, so this is pretty close. David Gorin, posing as a Dark Hand, initiated signal to Walter Keane with a tankard of cup had no poison. Drained the other cup and died. Am I missing a name? So there's only one that's wrong. Okay. We know that's not Walter Sinclair, so we know that's two wrong. With a tankard. Okay. Walter came with a tankard. Which cup had no? The what? David Gorin. Sorry. So there's two wrong now. Using player drain from the other cup and died. To Walter Keane. So it is Walter Keane. Those are right. That makes it 3 wrong. That makes it not wrong. Initiate is correct. Because if I change it to master, it breaks, so that means there's 3 wrong. So initiate is correct. That's wrong. That's right. That's wrong. So that's right. That's right. That's right. So removing this and putting Master or Steward, regardless of what I put here, makes it wrong? No. Okay, so it is definitely Dark Hand Initiate. That's not wrong. If I put Dark Hand Master, that is also not wrong. So that means that there's only one thing that's wrong. Oh, was challenged. That's the stupid thing I missed. I forgot that it's not signaled. He just got challenged. After being challenged to a ritual with potentially deadly consequences, Walter conspired with David to devise a plan which he would ensure his own safety. He captured a Brotherhood member on his way to a gathering. David took his costume so that during the ritual dispute he could identify to Walter which cup was poisoned. Therefore, Walter chose the safe cup, and his opponents drank the poison and died. What a terrible rite that is. The crowning celebration of the lighthouse. There's a bunch of people. He did. His arm appears to be broken. The man is not breathing, has a severe wound in the back of his head. Ruby ring. Water Snake Master, lately I have experimented disturbing dreams and I feel cursed. Are you the source of this magic with your magic? Desist immediately and know that, when pushed, my rage is absolute. Do not toy with the well-being of the Empire's general, for I do not tolerate being attacked. In my many voyages I have learned the dark arts too. If need be, I will summon 1,000 invisible demons to crush your bones. Proud Beastmaster. They have different symbols, but we can't see them. Dear friend, it is not so simple for me to get you a seat alongside the court of directors of the Seven Seas Company. As a doctor, I recommend you to stop obsessing over it. It will only unbalance your humors. Let's discuss the alternatives in the next Kingston Palace. If they have a ring, that means that they're part of the cult. Set of heavy wooden oars. 5 strange-looking masks, which we are aware. Rules. The one who claims to be the Griffin Reborn must perform a miracle. If someone repeats the miracle, it is proven that it was not a miracle, but a mere magic. Claimant is punished with death. No one can repeat this miracle, the masks fall. Claimant is crowned as the Griffin Reborn. Okay, so the masks are down, so that means the Griffin has been reborn. The music is really weird. In 1740, the first Lockhart guard demonstrated flying. Jumped off the cliff to his death. Oh. Flying, jumped to his cliff to his death. In 1956, Prime Minister performed seance, talking to spirits. Lord Angus repeated the miracle, proving him unworthy. In 1764, Darkhand Master Lord Jones demonstrated the creation of a homunculus. Lord Angus McGrain produced a homunculus as well. In 1771, Lord Master Ward carried hypnosis to a servant. Lord Angus McVine did the same. Angus has been constantly the reason why they haven't been able to. I feel like this might be Angus. Griffin Rebirth. Okay. Curious. It's tied up, yeah. The shoes are clean. Oh, we're actually going to identify their shoes now. That was an actual miracle. Unbelievable. So, there is a Griffin Reborn. A heavy seal. Kneel before Griffin Reborn and make ready. I will lead you, brothers, to a great many changes. I see. He has obtained the idol and is using it. Miracle preparation. Something to decrease air. At this point, the idol should fully perform the miracle once. Miracle hypothesis. Water works better, but the effect is not as convincing. Therefore, main challenge to ensuring that my balance is holding onto the idol. Practice is paramount. 50 notice. Okay. Thus, Griffin Reborn revealed himself to his brothers, demonstrating the true miracle. Here, I brought back your staff, Griffin Reborn. Was Walter Keane? Oh. He had the staff. You're Master McBain. These threats to contact Chief Inspector about my past offend me greatly. Being an honest soul, I have no choice to comply with your base demands. I've invited Lazarus into our brotherhood, but he has not shared all his secrets with me. Luckily, I am an opportunity to see him practice this miracle. He has magical artifact hidden in his cane. When performing the miracle, he input the following glyphs. He presses the small lever in his handle and it grants him the power to demonstrate the miracle. I have no doubt the staff will work just as well in your hands as his. Okay, well, that's a master, though. So you knew? Elfin snuff box filled with opium powder. Silver crown with gems. What an honor to experience such a historical event. Aren't you the lawyer? Dear Water Snake Brother Maker, as the director of the Seven Seas Company's jury, I do not assess work applications. Please go through the official channels so my staff can evaluate your credentials as an attorney. Yeah, it is the attorney. Protocol for an attempt to demonstrate miracle. Location Lockhouse. Lord Angus McGain, Lord Castor, Dr. James Turner, Sir Walter Keane, Lazarus Hurst, Mr. Nicholas Maker. I see, I see. Door is locked from the inside. By guarding the lighthouse, you guard the Empire. Alistair Coach. Trapdoor connects the staircase to the top. Not locked. Less information, but we must figure it out. Figure out the names, I guess. We know that you're Alistair. Alistair Hurts. Let's look at the. Sorry, close that. Whoops, I hit the mic. Sorry about that. You have the letter. Dear Master McBain. Your maker. Darkhand Master JT. One of these two is JT. Oh, it's Lazarus Hurst, not Alistair Hurst. The maker is not on the list. Oh, Nicholas Maker. We know it's Angus who always does it. Oh, Angus is dead. He's the one who always tells on everybody. We know that this is Walter Keane. You know it based on the outfit. For Steward. 2 lords. Okay. So we have James Turner. James Turner and Angus McVeigh. No, McVeigh is the one who's dead. Alistair Coach. So we need to tell the difference. As the director of the Seasteering Company. JT. So JT is the Lord. Okay, so we know that JT is the Lord. May have invited Lazarus to rule his not share all his secrets with me. Okay, have opportunity to see him predict his miracle. He has a magical artifact in his cane. Performing miracle, he put it. Okay, so Lazarus is the person who stole the artifact from the other lord, I guess. He has opioids on him. He has a seal that means 7. 7 C's. Okay, so he's the 7 C's. That means he's JT. It makes this guy Alistair Kosh. Cool, cool. Lazarus heard. No. Lazarus blackmail. So Angus McVeigh. No. How Lazarus Hurst, Walter Keane. Miracle of Flying. Because he's showing how flight was done. People who had the relic in their hands chronologically. He broke the pipe. Oh, he fell to his death, didn't he? And he's not breathing, a severe back of his head, yeah. He basically tried to replicate it, but the thing cracked. So he tried to do the... Okay, so... That means that... Lazarus was the first one to do it. Then Angus tried to replicate it. Then Walter Keane died. Okay, so that means that in the chronology of things, if I understand it correctly, Lazarus demonstrated the ability of flight by expelling air, but it requires practice because it's not easy to replicate. Angus basically knew how to do it from Walter Keane, but Walter Keane didn't know about the requirements, and the staff broke, I guess, at some point. So, Lazarus Hurst... Uh, jumped from the lighthouse, I guess. He jumped from the lighthouse. Using the... demonstrated the miracle of flying. And become the reborn griffin. The Griffin Reborn? What is the actual title they give these guys? Griffin Reborn, okay. Angus McVeigh pushed, jumped with the scepter jump with the idol? Idol afterwards resulted in Angus McBain's death from a head wound, I guess. Using the idol. Lester West jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying. I can jump with the idol. From maybe just be from the lighthouse. Ah, I see. The scroll has been fulfilled when Lazarus Hearst jumped from the lighthouse and survived using the hidden golden idol. The master Angus McVeigh thought he had enough information to repeat the miracle and prevent Lazarus from becoming Griffin Reborn. He seized the staff from Lazarus and locked the lighthouse door to prevent foul play. However, he did not know all the secrets from the idol, and it did not work for him, and Angus jumped to his death. He really just wanted to copy everybody, huh? So how did Lazarus get the idol? So we know that it is David Gorin who had the idol. Right? Because that's David Gorin. But it's actually Walter Keane who stole the idol. But how did Walter Keane know? We go back here. We go back here. We can find out. Discovered. Prevailed. Lesson warrior. Kind of lies a bit about here, I guess. I finally visited Leslie Hearst. The units of full. Not only did he but he turned the well-reversed arcane arts. Where did we originally see Lazarus Hearst, I guess? Is it you? No, because you're Willard Wright. Hearst knew about the idol. Or Willard knew about the idol, but his brother became interested in it. And basically murdered him. Here. And basically sent him to do it. Ash Blair. They look very similar though. Then the cult poisons him. Wanted to poison him, but instead basically poisoned somebody by accident. Okay, I'm trying to follow the story. Alright, let's go to the chapter 9. The Interrupted Weekend of Dr. Salone. Well, another dead. Spotty Onion, drugged. Symptoms: Spotty Onion, illusion of unity with the universe, increased appetite, hiccups. Black Poppy, sleepiness, white eyes, and get pink tint. Lemurian Lichen, hyperconcentration of one thing, loss of perception of time, rapid blinking. Redberry, search of energy, vocalization of all your thoughts, twitching aggression. Yeah, there's an outside. Unfinished croquet, match on the field. 3 cups of spicy smelling tea, one almost empty, another one untouched. So he was poisoned. We got some chess. London Gazetteer, May 1972. When? 1792, sorry, other way around. A lot of people die here. Who will be the new Prime Minister? Election results. New Order Party, moderates, loyalists. New Order Party have the most MPs, but it's clear the two parties will form a coalition. Which means either loyalist leader Blanchard or moderate leader Ballantyne will become the Prime Minister, leaving the Lazarus Hearst and his party in opposition. Oh, so he became a politician. Rose bushes. Chrysanthemum bushes. Anything else that hasn't been clicked? No. Why's the door there? Weird. 12 seals of the 12 Lemurian clans. There's a boomerang missing. Tea house. Test house. Croquet field. Flower beds. Fountain. Flower beds. Salon. Library. Gonna be a how is it possible you got around? Cherry. Full glass of cherry. Almost empty glass of sherry. Oh Lord, I did not suspect something like this in our household. Sally Grash's garden shear. So you're the gardener. This is such a mess. However, we will clean the blood out of the rug. You have poisoning. You have black poppy on you. Black poppy tea, maybe. That is a common thing. Ha, Leopold, your plan to frame Patou is sublime, but your missing button is more than enough proof that you did it, Constable. Please escort this man out. I don't even know if any of you did it. James, this is preposterous. You know damn well that he was killed by that Lemurian savage. Dear friend, now that elections are over, please join me in a leisurely weekend at my manor with good old Augustus and some fine fellows. We will have some drinks and we'll discuss what to do with the Prime Minister position. Kindly, James Turner. That's you. No. Did not? This is outrageous! I thought you were an honorable man, Leopold, not some Aquitarian agent trying to sabotage our friendly relations with Lemuria and provoke a conflict. Okay. He stole his life just like that. The doctor's a smart man, so he saw through his lies. Your friend, at one of the balls, you said that you would love to meet someone who's actually interesting. I'm having a weekend drinks of a manor, and a prince from the 11th clan of Lemuria will be joining us. Please, do the honors of accompany us too. Also, you have a blue hair. It's kind of weird. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner. This guy's the Lemurian, I guess. I hope the host did not notice me when I was leaning over and sleeping over the eye patch, gentlemen. Dear Prince, heard you got Invited to a party by the director of the Seven Seas Company himself. I know you hate associating with these invaders and thieves, but this might be your opportunity with that we seek to reclaim our honor. Small, spicy, ornamental box. Brown state seal. Dear Prince, as you know, I am a great aficionado of lemurian culture. I would love to be my pleasure as I met a member of the Patu clan to spend leisurely weekend in my estate with some of our own political dignitaries. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner. There's a bunch of items missing. Oh, each of them may have an item? You have an item. He is missing a button. He's not wrong about that. Here's the boomerang. So that's what murdered you. The murder weapon is a boomerang. Constable Arthur Faulkner. Apparently you have that as a sort of item. Oh God, believe me, my lord, I do not feel comfortable arresting a prime ministerial candidate, but I must ask you all to follow me. Clean Constable Spike. Testimonies. Leopold. Oh God, there's testimonies? Oh boy, I'm gonna have to try to read through all of these. Had glasses of sherry with James in the library and became drowsy. As he was falling asleep, saw the lemurian observing him through the glass door. Woke up, found the butler on the floor asleep. Woke up the butler, entered the saloon and found the body. Upon inspecting the weapon, deduced that the lemurian was the murderer. Instructed the butler to raise the alarm. Okay. Play croquet with Ergen in the morning. They got bored and went to drink tea in the tea house. Ergen drew his attention to the interesting design of the chess house. Saw Lord Alistair and lecture to the butler. Saw Master Turner come to the chess house and send the butler away just as Ergen was remarking the beauty of the chess house. Saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly afterwards. Slightly difficult to understand what he says, potentially because of the challenges with our language. Claims that everyone young Master Bell says is absolutely correct. Claims that he drank a glass of sour sherry with Blanchard in the library in the morning. My God, I gotta find out all these names. Then he went to the chess house where he found Lord Alistair and the butler. Ordered the butler to clean up the library and get rid of the bad cherry. Cherry. Not good with alcoholic names. Spent the rest of the time playing chess with Alistair until the alarm was raised. V. As the master of the house, he led interrogations of the suspects. That's James Turner. In the morning, he practiced chess at the chess house and educated the butler in his lack of military training. Sometime in the afternoon, Dr. Turner arrived and sent the butler away. They played together, and he was very close to winning when the alarm was raised. Claims Lord Alistair was in the chess house in the morning. His master arrived and instructed him to dispose of the spoiled cherry that he and Lord Leopold had drunk. This is the butler. Then went to go to assist Mr. Spade in the garden. On entering the library to take the necklace, he found Lord Leopold asleep. Suddenly he was overcome with dizziness and fainted due to his weak heart. He was woken by Lord Leopold and instructed to raise the alarm. Then he saw the deceased lying in the salon. Planted and pruned all morning by the chrysanthemum bush, saw the young gentleman and the foreigner leave the croquet and go behind the manor. In the afternoon, moved to the rose bush. From there, saw Lord Augustus leave the fountain. I gotta press all of these. Planted Augustus fountain around noon. Continued to work on the roses till the alarm. He's got a button. Got a sword. Huge man not breathing, vertical wound in his forehead. Listen, apologies for the shouting match yesterday. Let's discuss the discussion at noon, Leo. Dear friend, elections are over, so let's uphold tradition at the leisurely weekend at my place with you and Leopold to discuss the Prime Minister's situation. Please join us May 12th. Kindly confirm your presence. Dr. James Turner. Okay. You're James Turner. You're Patu. James Turner. Oh my god, I have to find the location of everybody. Okay, sure. The doctor, the general, the young man, the prince, the gardener, and the butler. Okay. Go back to your testimony, because that is the most valuable. Podrick is the butler. Billiam is the gardener. Arthur Faulkner is the constable. Dear friend. Okay. This is for us, you know damn well that he was killed by that lemurian savage. So he thinks that he killed him. So he's Leopold. So yeah, so he is Leopold. We got some names. He's still one of the still one of them. Got a glass of James. Leopold had a glass in the morning with Blanchard. That means James Turner and Leopold Blanchard, I guess. So Leopold Blanchard. We already know James. Okay. Prince Patu, is that still a name I can use? Prince? No. Podrick? No. Can't really use Prince as a name. So James, Butler, no names. Saw Mr. Turner, saw Lord Alistair Kosh lecture the butler. One of these two is Lord Alistair. Well, actually, we know that this is Lord Alistair Kosh from last time, so Lord Alistair Kosh. Because the names don't really change between the levels, I guess. Constable gets, in the morning practice chess. Let's have Dr. Turner, yeah. Yep, he played time with Alistair. And B. Master of the house. What does NB stand for here? Additional notes, maybe? So he could be lying about these notes then. Ergen. Ergen, yes, that would make sense. Master Bell. No Bell. Bell is a name. Ergen Patu, maybe? Gideon. Played with Ergen in the morning. Okay. They got bored and went to drink tea in the tea house. Ergen drew his attention in the interest of design. Saw Koch Legend of Vulture. Saw Master Turner come to his... Yes, I don't have Turner. No, I do have Turner. Turner and the butler are away. Just as Ergen was remarking the beauty of the house and saw Alistair leave. That would be Gideon. Gideon is him. So you're Gideon. Okay, we got those. Mr. Spade. Okay, that would be you. Lord Augustus, leave the fountain. His work in the roses. This is Mr. Hill. So it's Hill Podrick. He's the one who raised the alarm. So around noon. They were not by the fountain. Anyone say that they were by the fountain? Well, it's gotta be Bell. Gideon Bell. And you gotta be Augustus Valentine. These are correct. These are incorrect. Means the loyalist branch. Okay, so Blancard is definitely the leader. And you're Valentine. That means that you're Bell. There's something wrong about that. Okay, so I had the order incorrect, that's why. One of these names is incorrect. Gideon is incorrect, so Gideon Hill is incorrect. So Bell is correct. Bell is incorrect. That's correct. I did basically just have the flipped. Okay. Yeah, so who is the butler? The butler is... Oh, I need to suspect where they were. There are empty slots. Augustus Valentine is the victim. The body is found by... based on the claims... It was James who found the body, right? Was awoken by Leopold found the body. Okay, so Leopold found the body. Leopold Blanchard. The library. The sherry, the seal, the boomerang. The salon, I guess? Sorry. Oh, that was the library. Okay, so we got correct statement. You were by the flower beds. You were also by the flower beds. Based on this recounts. Was woken by Lord Leopold and instructed to raise the alarm. Well, maybe not. He had been passed out. He passed out in the library. The doctor, which is you, is James. James was chess with Alistair. So you would have been in the chess house with the general? The prince, which is Gideon. Oh, the chess house returned shortly afterward. The chess house. And drew his attention to it. Got bored and went to the drink at the tea house. So they were at the tea house for the entire day. Both the prince and the young man were at the tea house. The loyalist was in the salon. Okay, so one of these is a lie. We have found all the clues for everything that could be. In the early morning... There's so much Mad Libs I'm doing here, buddy. Well, that's gonna be to frame him. The button. And planted the button on him. Now, what exactly is the story with you? Hope the host did not notice me when I was leaning over the sleeping eye-patch gentleman. So it is possible he did in fact murder him. In the... Look at the stories again. We found Lord Alistair and the butler. Ordered the butler to clean up the library and get rid of the bad sherry. Spend the rest of the time playing chess with Alistair. Okay. So we definitely know that a button was planted. In the salon. Killed Augustus Valentine. Pretty sure it would have been Ergen. In the salon. At around noon. Played Ergen in the morning, got bored, and went to the drink house and the tea house. Ergen drew his attention to interesting advance, saw last night lecture the butler, saw to the chess house and sent the butler away just as Ergen was remarking the beauty of the house. They don't mention anything about it happened. They were never called or anything. So Lord Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly afterwards. Lord Alistair? He doesn't ever mention it. Early in the morning. So it's going to be James Turner and Leopold Blanchard. Rank. Where's drink? Provoke, killed, stole, frame, drugged. In the library. Where is the library? Library. And stole a button. The host did not notice me when he was leaning over this. Yeah, okay, so that makes more sense about that. So he was leaning over it. Meanwhile, in the... meanwhile, in the what? Meanwhile, in the blank, then the salon is not... did they drink it in the library? In the library, yeah. Then the next thing is noon. Meanwhile, this is also happening in the morning. Okay. Meanwhile, in the field? Croquet field, yeah. Field, Ergen Patu, and Gideon Bell. Meanwhile, in the field, Ergin 2. Lemurian club. Oh yeah, he has a club on him. Still from the salon. No, it kind of. And the. What did he steal? Did he steal it from the field? Meanwhile, in the field, Ergin 2 planted. And the fly reds. Issues the verb. The verb doesn't work with what I'm trying to convey. Now, you